What's up everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. I've been wanting to sit down and do this video for a while now. The reliability issue discussion video on the 2013 535i F10, any F10 for that matter with N55 engine. But I wanted to wait until I hit 60,000 miles, and I'm almost at 2 years of ownership with the car now. So there's definitely a few things that have happened that I've fixed, and hopefully by me sharing these few things, it will help you. If you're looking to buy one of these, it'll help you to look for those possible issues or possible reliability concerns, or if you already have one of these cars and you're at about similar mileage, then it'll help you to keep an eye on those things or help you remediate those things as well. So without further ado, the list is not going to be long because luckily, knock on the wood, not too many things happened, but few did. And of course, the first thing I want to talk about it is, let's just look under the hood and I'll show you. So here it is, the concern number one that I had to take care of. I'm sure some of you already heard it, but N54 and N55 both are super notorious for leaking oil filter housing gasket. You can't really see it from here, but right there is where it sits, where this whole housing bolts on. Right there is where it's basically a 200% chance that it's gonna start leaking at about anywhere from 35,000 to, I'd say, 80,000 miles. It's a 200% chance it's gonna start leaking. So yeah, if you're looking to buy one of these, already have one of these, definitely check that spot. And if you see any moisture there whatsoever, go ahead and take care of that gasket. You don't want to wait too long like I did, because what's going to happen is the oil is going to start dripping on top of the drive belt, and the drive belt's going to start getting contaminated, which could potentially slip and cause a lot more damage in the engine bay that you want to ever have. And also, besides that, it's also it creates a lot of mass. Imagine the oil just gets sprinkled everywhere, in the front to the down to your splash shield. So yeah, if you are seeing any moisture around this area right here, it is for sure your oil filter housing gasket leaking, and you need to replace it as soon as possible. So the issue and concern number two that I still have really is the vibrating at higher speeds when braking. So imagine you go on 80 and then, alright, let's say you go on 60 and you come to a red light, you gotta stop quite quickly. So when you hit the brakes, it vibrates, especially in the front. So one would say, well, it's your pads or it's your rotors, like your rotors are warped. And a lot of people were saying the same thing on forums. I mean, I worked at the shop for 3.5 years, and we went through a lot of brake jobs. And trust me, I know how to distinguish the warp rotors or bad pads. And it might be a case for some people, but I don't think this is the case for me. So what I found on the forums is that apparently the control arm bushings might get worn out or hardened, and obviously they don't perform as designed, and that's what causes vibration. and that's what actually causes eventually your brake pads and your rotors to get worn out, right? Because I've read a lot of things on forums that people had exact same thing, and then they replaced the pads, they refinished their rotors, or even put brand new rotors on, and then it was fine, but that quite quickly the issue came back, which tells me right away it was not the rotors. It must have been something else. So I guarantee you it's the thrust arm, or whatever you call it, thrust arm or control arm bushings. So, and this might be even way cheaper to get those replaced or looked at before you go and buy new rotors. I can only imagine how much that costs. So if you have kind of similar concern, definitely check on your control arm bushings. I'm back on my chair for the last and final issue that I had was my 535I F10, which was really minor, but it freaked me for a little bit. So on perfect day, nothing going on, I'm pretty sure I was at work. I was gonna go out for a lunch, and I started the car and I got passenger airbag error popped, and out of nowhere. So luckily I'm following this Facebook F10 F11 group that I just popped the question in, explaining what happened, and someone quickly replied saying that you sure you didn't spill any water on your passenger side? And I was like, damn, sure enough, I had my bottle of water on the passenger side that leaked just a little bit of water, and it got onto the seat, and apparently under the seat there's some kind of an airbag sensor or whatnot that causes, if any moisture whatsoever gets on it, it causes the airbag error to pop and freak out. So all I gotta do, like someone recommended, is to put your heater on, seat heater on for 10-15 minutes, let it dry out, and it will disappear. And it did for me. And that's it. Those are the only, thank God, so far 3 issues that I had with my 2013 535i F10. Quick recap: oil filter housing gasket, vibration in the front at higher speeds, and an airbag error. That's not that bad, but I really hope this will help you guys. If you're again looking to buy one of these, or already have one of these at about same mileage, or just looking into the possible issues with these cars. Oh, hey guy, what's up? So yeah, these are the things that you should definitely look for. Is the when you're test driving the car, make sure you get it up to speed and brake. Make sure nothing's vibrating. Make sure you try your wheel play by going back and forth, see if there's any issues in the suspension, wheel bearing or whatnot. Oil leaks are notorious for BMWs, but N54 and N55 are only notorious for oil filter house gaskets and valve cover gaskets. So make sure to check on those for sure. And if you enjoy this content and these videos, please subscribe to the channel, like this video. It really helps a lot, guys. Till the next one.